Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the MPC. Ren has written in and says, I have a question about playing samples with a MIDI keyboard connected to the MPC. Is there a way to play the sample you load into it with a MIDI keyboard in the MPC? The answer is yes. I've basically just got my OP1 here. I don't have a MIDI keyboard in front of me at the moment, but it is just connected over USB-C on the OP1 and into the MIDI in, or the USB in on the back of the MPC. So if I just create a new project and go to Browse Expansions, I'm just for demo purposes, I'm just going to load an expansion. And let's say you've got like a sample here. I want to be able to play this spread across the keyboard. I can hit 16 levels, and the default note's going to be here, and I can play up and down. But you only got 16 pads, so it's not super expressive. And if you want it actually spread across a larger keyboard because you're doing some sound design or something, you can adjust the original pad a little bit to get a little bit more space, but it's not really ideal, and you can't play it with an external keyboard. So what you need to do, if we want this note, is on the MPC firmware 2, you need to go to Program Edit, but here I'm going to go to Track Edit. And what you're going to see is as you play different notes, the interface kind of stays the same, but the pad's going to change. Well, you want just tap the pad you want to explode into a keyboard key group. Hit A13 here, in this case. I'm just going to hit this little button in the top right that it looks like a bit of a keyboard with a plus. And what that does is it creates a brand new key group from that one sample and spreads it across all of the keys. So I can now hit double tap 16 levels, and I can play this chromatically or in a scale. Right now it's in a scale. It's C major in notes. And it sounds great. Also, as I said, I got the the OP1 here connected to the MPC. And I can go up and down. And I can play it no problem. So I would say if you understand that, it's super easy to get things going. And beyond that, if I go New Track and hit Key Group, I can create an empty key group and then actually go browse for different samples. So if I know what I'm looking for, which I don't, let's go find something. I know in here under Sony, well, that's probably going to be too intense, but let's find a synth sound. Yeah, like this is fine. We'll load this sound up, and we've now loaded it. And if I go back into the key group, we can go to samples. And I just need to put that sound into a slot. So it's kind of loud. So let's go reduce the volume. I think the level down like 10 dB. So we've just loaded this single sound up and assigned it to a new key group. As I said, all I have is the OP1 connected in. And I can play it with the keyboard. Now, if for some reason you have an external device that's not working, what I would suggest is you go into your menu, go to Preferences, go over to your MIDI and Sync, and just check to make sure that your input ports has the track. Whoops, cancel that. Make sure your input track, in this case it's OP-1 MIDI 1, make sure this track is lit up. If it's not lit up, it's not going to take MIDI from your external device and be able to play it into your Akai MPC. Beyond that, I would say you should be good. If you have any other questions, definitely feel free to drop them in the comments. Anyway, I hope that helps you out, Ren. Everybody else, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.